we're seeing this shift in trade. It all has changed so much.
Hello and welcome to this edition of the State of Soy. I'm Aaron Putsey and I'm here in Des Moines where we are hosting the Iowa Soybean Association is a convergence of meeting, a conversation about issues that are really impacting and will impact the bottom line of soybean farmers in 2024 and beyond. And I'm visiting with Frank Kelly. Frank serves as the managing partner for Fulcrum Macro Advisors and really served as the keynote to get things started today. And wow, we did a trip around the globe, Frank, today, which I think our farmers really appreciated because we are in a global market for agriculture and for Iowa soybeans. What's that one issue that you highlighted today that you think holds the greatest impact for U.S. farmers as they look to the global market for trade and for sales?
Well, first I have to say, whenever I'm speaking to farmers, particularly out here, they are the most engaged geopolitically. I think the biggest issues that we're seeing this shift in trade. It all has changed so much. China's still going to be a huge market for soybean growers, but India is increasingly going to be, right? India is now the largest country in the world. They just surpassed China. A lot of people don't realize that. And they're continually going to grow in terms of the population. You're going to see more of this looking to the U.S. as the safe haven, if you will, for agricultural exports. I think this is going to be an exciting time, but a shifting time in the next 5 to 10 years.
You shared some information about what the future might hold for China, and then you contrasted it to perhaps some movement and some opportunities in India. Explain.
China is going through a lot economically. It's clear, right? The official number is 21.5% youth unemployment. It's age 16 to 24. The real number could be as high as 40, maybe as low as 30. That's incredible. That's a struggle. You're seeing manufacturing leaving China, and where's it going? It's going to India, right? You see this with Apple. They're moving. India is now opening more and more as a major place to do business. And what we're going to watch for is April and May of this year, big elections in India. India, the largest democracy in the world. I think the last elections, 900 million people voted. With these elections will come, if they go the way that people think, much bigger reforms in terms of tariffs, export controls, import controls, as Prime Minister Modi keeps pushing India out to be more engaged with the rest of the world. I think that's going to be a very exciting opportunity.
Let's talk about Brazil. We know that Brazil today is the leading producer of soybeans. What do you see as the future there?
I think there's a question mark over how much and how far China is going to go with their foreign infrastructure investments. With the economic struggle that is going on internally and this retrenchment, which is very significant, I think we're likely to see China reconsider where they're investing, how they're investing, and maybe even pull back. For Brazil, that's a challenge, right? They're very dependent on them. I would also point out, you've got Brazil trying to create a free trade agreement with the EU, and that's not going well either. So for Brazil, I think there's challenges.
Last question, put yourself in the shoes of a soybean farmer. What sources would you recommend they turn to?
First, to be careful of the video sources. I think we're going to see in 2024, in an election year, a lot of artificial intelligence, fake stuff. This is the year of elections. There's 72 countries having national elections this year. Farmers are busy guys, but it's great to be listening to books on tape, the history, the economics of India, what's going on in Southeast, right? Go for the larger, deeper studies that are out there. Actually, they're more time consuming. They're not Twitter or the things that we're used to, quick hits or TikTok. Go for those things. And I think there's a wealth of that information out there.
And plugging into events like this, sponsored by the Iowa Soybean Association, we have a packed house for this conversation to hear from you. Frank, thank you very much. And again, lots going on in the world of soy. The Iowa Soybean Association dedicated to positioning farmers for success in 2024 and beyond. Reporting for this edition of the State of Soy, I'm Aaron Putsey.
Do you remember when you first believed that anything was possible? Do you remember when you had doubt? Obstacles you couldn't overcome? Do you remember when you pushed through the pain and refused to quit? created you for this.